We are already halfway through the year, and as I do every day, I've got a list of the 10 best games of the first half of the year. Now, some of these games are my personal opinion, while others received and even sold well. Now, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe if you're yet to do so. Let's get started. At number 10 is Pizza Tower, which is one of the best platformers that you can ever play. I mean, you're a chef going through levels, doing all sorts of stuff, and the music really gets you in the mood, with graphics that's inspired by old cartoons like Cow and Chicken, Courage the Cowardly Dog and whatnot. The vibes and graphics to gameplay are all well done. At number 9 is Final Fantasy XVI. Now this one came really different. It's more action-packed than any other Final Fantasy so far, and even the gameplay is different as you play only one character, Clive, who is a man from the Fallen Kingdom with magical powers, and the gameplay feels more like Devil May Cry. Now this game is rated M for maturity, which is quite refreshing as we get a title that is for mature audience to enhance the story, combat and gameplay. Number 8 is Outlast Trials. Now I've been waiting for this game for quite a while. For anyone who's a true horror fan, I recommend the Outlast series. Now unlike any other horror games, you have no weapons at all except your camera, which has minimally lasting batteries, and you essentially hide from these insane people who are out there to kill you, and try to avoid them as much as possible and get out of whatever area you're in safely. Now I'm here to try this new one, but from what I've seen from the gameplays, it's pretty much the same. A lot of gore, a lot of challenge to hide, insane people who are always out there to kill you, but set in a different format. Now it's only on early access, and hopefully it will be much better than the previous titles. And number 6 is Street Fighter 6, which I think is a success for all kinds of players, from casual ones to intense competitive ones. The addition of content might be the reason why it's more loved, from single player content, story to online mode. Classic characters have new look, and even the new ones are quite interesting. But the mechanics are great with multiple control schemes, but still maintained its core, and this is what has made it more lovable. At number 5 is Hogwarts Legacy. Now other than selling, I think this was one of the most anticipated games of the year. Many of us really wanted a Harry Potter game, and it came as a big open world adventure where you get to explore Hogwarts, play a bit with your character, shoot or magic away a lot of bad guys as much as you'd want, and I think the developers did really great. I'm satisfied with this game in all areas. Number 4 is Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Now this is how a sequel should actually be. Bigger worlds, more stuff to do, more fighting styles and combos, and a lengthier game. Now other than the technical issues, I think this is in the top 5 games of the year. The game is more engaging, from fighting off Clone War era droids, exploring new planets, to using both a blaster and a lightsaber. Now the open world idea has really worked well for this game, many interesting moments for any Star Wars fan, and Kyle is much more interesting, and I really hope it will turn out to be a great trilogy. At number 3 is Diablo 4. Now the game has gone back to its root, being weird, moody and gothic, with more depth to every character build, enabling you to tailor your very own playstyle. Now it's bigger, so much to do, so many dungeons to get into, either solo or multiplayer, and I think the game finally got what Diablo is all about. At number 2 is Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Now it's a massive game, better than Breath of the Wild, with a ton of area to explore. The story is also great, the mechanics and gameplays have improved with new abilities that give you different ways of doing stuff. The thing I like about this game is how beautiful it's built, from puzzles, environmental interactions, and improvement on what worked on the previous title. At number 1 is Resident Evil 4 Remake. This year is full of remakes, but this one so far is the best. While preserving the core of the original, there is massive improvements on graphics, gameplay, characters, and even the storyline. Of course, there are a few changes which have made the game much more fun and more mature, but still on an adventure to rescuing the president's daughter, then get into this weird cult stuff that you have to fight your way through. Now I recommend it to anyone who's yet to play this series to start off with this, just to get the gist of what Resident Evil is all about. In my opinion, this is the best game of the year. Now let me know in the comments what are some of your favorite games so far this year.